Hello, everyone. My name is Walter Hayes, and I've lived long enough to watch the world change more times than I can count. I've seen people chase money, love, fame, and dreams. I've seen friendships disappear overnight. I've made mistakes I wish I could undo, and to learn lessons I only understood decades later. If there's one thing I've realized, it's this. Life doesn't hand out answers. It hands out experiences, and it's up to you to notice the lessons inside them. I want to share some of those lessons with you today, not because I'm an expert, but because I've walked the path, stumbled a few times, and kept going. These are stories of mistakes and triumphs, moments that made me laugh, and moments that made me cry. And perhaps, just perhaps, they might help you see your own journey more clearly. So settle in, take a deep breath, and listen carefully. I promise there's something in these stories for everyone, whether you're young, middle-aged, or simply searching for a little perspective. This is the story of a life lived and the lessons learned along the way. I was born in a small town, the kind where everyone knows your name, your family's story, and sometimes even your secrets before you do. The house I grew up in wasn't fancy, just a two-story brick with a yard that doubled as a jungle for my imagination. My parents were quiet, hard-working people. My father's hands always rough from labor. And my mother hummed songs that could make the dullest days feel lighter. From as early as I can remember, I had a curiosity that often got me into trouble. I wasn't content to sit still and watch the world. I wanted to touch it, taste it, poke it, understand it. Once, when I was 7, I dismantled our kitchen clock. Every piece lay scattered on the table. And when my father found me, I expected anger. Instead, he only sighed and said, "You'll fix it, won't you?" I tried, of course, and failed. The clock never worked again. But the lesson stayed with me. Curiosity matters, even if you break a few things along the way. School was an adventure of its own. I wasn't the fastest learner or the top of the class, but I noticed things others didn't. I watched how people moved, listened to how they spoke, and sometimes that mattered more than any grade. Tommy fell during recess and hurt his knee. While the other children laughed or ran off, I stayed. I held his hand and tried to make him laugh, even though I didn't know how. Later, when I walked home, I realized I had felt something unfamiliar. A quiet satisfaction in helping someone else. That small moment became one of the many tiny threads that wove the fabric of my understanding of people. Our neighborhood was full of stories. Old Mr. Henderson down the street had been a soldier. He carried the war in the wrinkles of his face. He told tales of courage and fear, but the ones that stayed with me weren't the battles. They were the moments he found kindness amidst the chaos. Every evening, I'd sneak onto his porch and listen, learning things no textbook could teach. Those evenings shaped my belief that stories, small or large, carry lessons that can last a lifetime. My parents weren't perfect teachers, but they taught in ways that mattered. My father taught me patience, not by preaching, but by spending hours teaching me to plant seeds in our garden. We planted beans, tomatoes, and sunflowers. I would get frustrated when nothing happened overnight, and he'd smile, saying, "Nature doesn't rush, and neither should you." I didn't understand the full meaning then, but later in life, that patience became a quiet anchor in storms. My mother, meanwhile, instilled in me the importance of listening. She would let me talk endlessly about my day, my questions, my fears. And when I asked her about life, she never gave a lecture. She simply said, "Look and listen. Most lessons are there, waiting for you to notice." At the time, I didn't see the wisdom in her words. I wanted answers immediately. It took decades to realize that noticing, reflecting, and learning from what surrounds you is far more valuable than any quick answer. Of course, childhood wasn't all gentle wisdom. There were scraped knees, arguments with friends, and the occasional heartbreak when a pet ran away or a friend moved away. But in every small hardship, I began to see a pattern. Life is full of challenges, and each challenge carries a hidden lesson. Some of those lessons are loud and unforgettable. Others are subtle, whispering to you only after years have passed. By the time I was 12, I had begun to understand something important. Life wasn't about avoiding mistakes, it was about learning from them. I remember vividly the first time I lied to protect myself. I thought it would save me, but it only made things worse. I felt the weight of that lie pressing on my chest for days. It hurt, but it taught me something crucial. Honesty isn't always easy, but it's simpler than carrying falsehoods. That thread, curiosity, patience, noticing, honesty, became the foundation of everything I would learn later. Childhood isn't just a time of play and innocence, it's a workshop where the raw materials of your character are shaped. The mistakes you make, the people who guide you, the moments you notice, they all become bricks in the house of who you'll become. And as I sit here now, decades later, I realize that those early years, with their small adventures and quiet lessons, contain the first hints of the one lesson I wish I had learned sooner. It's not a dramatic revelation, but it is the kind that gently changes everything. Life rewards patience, curiosity, and honesty, but only if you pay attention. Those first years taught me that life is less about knowing and more about observing, less about doing everything right, and more about learning from the things you do wrong. And that understanding, well, it's the kind of wisdom that doesn't hit you all at once. It grows quietly, like the roots of a tree, until one day you realize it's what holds you steady, no matter how fierce the storm. Thank you for spending this time with me today. But trust me, the real story is only just beginning. In the next video, I'll tell you about the years that changed everything, the friendships that pulled me into trouble, the mistake I thought would ruin my future, and the heartbreak that taught me growing up comes with a price. Some memories stay with you forever, and the next one still haunts me to this day. I'm tired now. I think I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.